Welcome back. Nice weekend break. You say hello, Fitzy? Say hello? I want to say hello. I want treats. Here, let's give you a treat. Good puppy. Good boy. Hey guys, welcome to the show. It's the NES Happy Hour here on Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G. I am your host for this show, Master G. This is Fitz for Fitzgerald. He's my little companion. He's a little restless today. I don't think he's going to be in the mood for video game naps on today's episode of the NES Happy Hour. But you never know. We do have some treats in the house right now, and he's keen on the treats. We're trying to teach him, how to sit and how to stay. He's not even a year old yet, so allow me to introduce you to Fitz if you've never met him before. This, of course, the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G, a live, completely unscripted variety talk show, cocktail-fueled nostalgia trip with old Nintendo games from the 80s and 90s and a bar trivia challenge for audience participation at the end. I mean, this show's got it all. If you're tuning in for the first time, welcome. Say hello in the chat. Get to know our community. We got a good group here, and we love doing it. The show starts out with an introduction about a game from the NES library. It is our intent to feature each and every Nintendo game ever released for this console. Licensed and unlicensed back in the 80s and 90s. It's going to take us 6 or 7 years, maybe 6 years. I'm thinking we can get it done in 6 years. Right now, this is game number 71, I think, that we've featured. So if you're joining late, you missed 3 great seasons and half of a 4th season. That's right, we're halfway through season number 4 with today's game, Dig Dug 2. But it's not just about that. We do the game intro, and then we have a very special cocktail recipe to pair with the game and the show. All original recipes dreamed up by a fan of our show, Parapluie626, loyal fan, always coming up with these cocktail recipes. We're whipping them together. We're giving them funny names. I'm pulling the graphics. We have a great one for you today. It's called the Pooka Punch. After our cocktail recipes, we feature an alcoholic cocktail recipe, but we also feature a non-alcoholic cocktail recipe, and we got a new one starting this week for every game we play live on the show this week. So we'll introduce you to that one as well today. After the cocktails, we take a minute and we go through these game manuals. I don't just collect the original cartridges. I also collect the original game manuals. This one's like in mint condition pretty much. It's pretty informative. I mean, this is kind of like an arcade adaptation, so it's all about points. There's not too much backstory here. But, we'll look at the manual nonetheless and reminisce about the days when video games came with little manuals. And look at the fun artwork and the oftentimes poor translations, and have a laugh together. After that's done, we take a short 3-minute break and we come back to the live gameplay segment of the show where I actually fire up this 35-year-old Nintendo you see behind me, and we play the actual game live on the show where anything can happen. Fortunate for you, I think my copy of this cartridge is in pretty good shape. I don't think we're going to have any trouble getting this one to work exactly as we hope. Sometimes we get glitchy problems, but I think we'll be all set for this one. And then after we play the game, just casually for fun while we chat for an hour, get to show you what it's all about, see if it's any good, get your opinions on it, get my opinions on it, and then we bail and we go into the bar trivia challenge. And that's a favorite segment of mine that I like to prepare. I scour the internet for 5 multiple choice questions, audience participation encouraged. Present them on the screen. I put your chat up on the screen. We're playing for pride. I make them pretty difficult, so if you don't get all 5, no worries. It's only been done a handful of times so far on the show. So you're definitely going to want to stick around to the end for that. Or if you are watching this video later on, a rerun up on the channel, Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G, know that this is a completely live, unedited taping, but I will put chapters below, so I'll break the video up so you can skip right to the cocktail, right to the manual, right to the gameplay, right to the bar trivia challenge if that's all you want to see. So that's the intro, that's the setup. This is the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. I think little Fitz wants a break, so I'm going to let him out, and then we'll be back to talk about the game. Take your rope, buddy. Take your rope. There you go. Good boy. All right. What can be said about Dig Dug? Dig Dug, the original, this is Dig Dug 2. Dig Dug, the original, was a smash arcade hit. A pop culture phenomenon. It's probably not as well known as your Pac-Mans or your Donkey Kongs, but people who played Dig Dug in the early 80s in the arcades, they loved Dig Dug. It involved a guy who was like digging. He's like drilling down into the ground, and you had to dig around, and there were enemies moving through it, and you had to avoid things and do other tasks. Now, fresh on the heels of such a smashing success, Bandai had the bright idea. Ooh, you got 6 minutes of lag, Tiff? That's brutal. If anybody else is in the chat, say hello and let me know how long it takes for it to appear live. I have it set to ultra low latency, so I don't know that I can make it any less latent than it currently is for our live segment. I'm sorry about that. Fresh on the heels of their success with Dig Dug 1, they decided to make Dig Dug 2 in about 1989, I believe, for the Nintendo. Now, the criticism I think this game gets is that they did not stick to the original recipe. For some reason, they thought it would behoove them to change the gameplay mechanics pretty drastically. So instead of a vertical screen where you're digging down through the ground and whatnot, they actually place you on an island in the middle of the ocean. And on that island, there are fault lines. And you don't dig so much as you drill or jackhammer into the fault lines to make pieces of the island fall off into the ocean. And there's enemies bouncing around. There's things spitting fireballs at you. There's Pookas. All these bad guys are trying to get you, and you are trying to sever chunks of the island to fall into the ocean, and the enemies will fall with them. And that is essentially how you get through the levels. There's nothing more to it than that. You know, there were games in the NES library, very dramatic, well put together RPGs with hours and hours of gameplay. There's plenty of platformers, plenty of action games, but this goes in the arcade genre, and it was sort of a bygone era at this point. Like, the only point of this game is to go through level after level after level after level. I think there's 256. And just try to score as many points as humanly possible. It is only about the points. There is no other premise for this game. So, let me read to you the back of Dig Dug 2. Trouble in Paradise. Dig Dug has decided to chill out from the pressures of the real world by taking a long overdue vacation on a beautiful Caribbean island. So that's how they set it up. He's taking a break from all the digging and the dugging, and he's going on vacation to an island. At last, he thinks to himself, sun, sand, surf, and no more hassles from those miserable pests, Pooka and Fygar. Lying in a hammock strung between the graceful palm trees, he drifts off into a blissful dream of beautiful bikini-clad native girls catering to his every wish. But just when he thinks he's got it made in the shade, along come his troublesome enemies to turn his peaceful paradise into a tropical nightmare. Help Dig Dug. Dig Dug's the name of our hero. Help Dig Dug rid the island of these irritating intruders and bring tranquility back to his vacation by the sea. And you get a couple screenshots there to show you pretty much what this game is about. So that is it. That's all the setup you're going to get until we read through the manual together. And I don't know much more about this game. I never really played this game. Wasn't a passion of mine. I was born a little bit after the Atari arcade era, so this was truly my first video game console, the NES. And these games I didn't really understand when I was little, because I had like Mario and Zelda and stuff, and I was like, "What? So what's the point of this game? You just run around drilling holes in rocks? Like, does it end? Does it get harder? Like, what's the point? It's just about points because it's from the arcade era." Before we get into the manual, though, let me tell you about our drinks of the day. That's right, every episode of the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G features an original cocktail recipe to pair with today's game. I will be drinking along as I play through on this live show. If you're ready, if you have these ingredients, you can whip yourself up one of these two cocktails, which I'm about to explain. One alcoholic, one non-alcoholic. Let's start with the alcoholic one because Master G is thirsty and it's sitting right here behind me and I'm ready to take a drink. So we call this one the Pooka Punch. It is, of course, named after the Pookas, which are one of the main enemies that are featured in Dig Dug, in the Dig Dug universe, in the original, as well as in Dig Dug 2. They're the main enemies you're trying to make fall into the ocean. Our Pooka Punch starts with a little bit of white rum, a little bit of Campari, which gives it that bright red color. It's also a very bitter liqueur. And then you want to balance that out with a bit of cherry juice right from the jar of your maraschino cherries, also bright red. Add a little bit of bitters to taste, serve it all over ice, and then top off your glass, however big it may be, with some regular old soda water. And you will have a Pooka Punch. And there you have it, folks. That is my Pooka Punch that I have whipped up before the show. So cheers, folks. Yeah, that's good. It's a good, tasty one. It's very refreshing. Crisp. I would call that a crisp and refreshing drink. Of course, if you are not of legal drinking age wherever you may reside, Fitz and Master G do not condone underage drinking of any kind. So we kindly ask you not to make yourself a Pooka Punch. None of this will be delicious to you. The Campari is very bitter. And, you know, the cherry juice, you can make a better drink with that. But fortunate for you, we have a non-alcoholic cocktail recipe if you are not of legal drinking age, or if you are celebrating Sober October. After all, it is the month of October if you're tuning in live. And our fresh new non-alcoholic cocktail recipe for week 3 of season 4 is the Mysterious Mixologist. Yes, named after our very own Mysterious Mixologist. This is a drink she whipped up, a drink she whips up for herself when she can't be drinking alcohol, just whenever she feels like it. So you have Parapluie to thank for this one. It's a grapefruit lime flavored seltzer type drink. So you got to get yourself cans of grapefruit seltzer. You can usually find these at your grocery store. You'll also need either some fresh squeezed lime juice, or you can get the fresh stuff in the bottle. Get yourself a glass, fill it up with ice, put a bunch of that lime juice in there, maybe a half ounce or so. Top it off with your grapefruit seltzer, garnish it with an orange reg, pop a straw in there, and you have another very refreshing and delicious limey, grapefruit flavored citrusy drink with bubbly effervescence. It's not too sweet. It's just the right amount of sweet. So try one of these out if you can get these ingredients. There is no alcohol in any of these ingredients, and of course that means it is Fitz approved. So if you're not drinking this month, if you're trying to remain sober, or if you're underage, not allowed to drink, feel free to mix up one of these and drink this along with us on the show, because it's fun. It's fun to be creative. It's fun to unwind after a long day at work. That's what this show is to me. I have a day job. I work very hard in that day job. In fact, it's incredibly stressful, and this marks the change between work and home. So when I'm done with work, I come up here, I mix up one of these drinks, I sit down, I play Nintendo games for my collection, and I want to share all that with you. So have a drink with me, and we'll play Nintendo together after a long, hard day at the office. All right, let's get set up for our manual segment. So there it is, the manual. Let's see who's in the chat. Oh, Stone Cold, good to see you in the chat. I just noticed you join. Again, my chat's not updating. It's still, on my end, it still says 0 viewers, but obviously some of you are here because you're talking to me. So I don't know if you're in the chat. If you're one of our loyal fans, I'm not gonna be aware unless you say hello. So do say hello, and I will give you the shout outs you deserve. Let's see here. Fun fact from Tiff. Pooka was in Pac-Man World Rally for the PlayStation 2. Yes, some crossovers. So, Bandai owned a lot of properties, from that arcade era. I'm not surprised to see the Pookas, or maybe even Dig Dug himself, appear in future games, retro games from PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. Any of those, compendiums either, where they, compile all kinds of old classic arcade games and re-release them. I'm sure this game was on there. I'm sure the original Dig Dug is part of all of those. I really don't think people liked Dig Dug 2. I mean, I don't have an opinion of my own necessarily, because I never played this game as a kid, and I never really played it much in my collection yet. When I got it, I tested it. That's kind of how it is. I wait until I feature it on the show to play it for the first time. keep things fresh and exciting for you. So I'm not really attached to this game. I've just heard what people say about it, and they don't like the way they changed the mechanics. They wanted more of the original Dig Dug. So I don't know. We'll see if we can enjoy it. We'll see if we can find some fun stuff to do in this game. See how hard it is to figure out and master. So let's take a look at the manual next, right? Because we gotta see what we need to know. We don't know what we don't know. So let's read the manual before we get going. There it is up on the big screen. There's your cover, Dig Dug 2, Trouble in Paradise, the Bandai logo, official Nintendo seal of quality, always a good sign, always a good sign. Your table of contents, and the game description. Dig Dug 2 is a strategy-oriented game, a strategy-oriented comical action game. The playing field is a tropical island out in the middle of the ocean. Dig Dug's weapons include his inflator and drill. So you have two weapons in this game. It's not just the drill. You also have an inflator, which presumably will inflate things. Play this exciting sequel to the original classic arcade game to find out what challenging battles await you. It's kind of a lot of wasted space on that page. Kind of a lot more wasted space on the next page. The next page, page 3, is literally just two grainy gray screenshots. All right. So, yeah, I mean, you can't really tell anything that's going on based on those screenshots. And, like, if you played the original Dig Dug 2 in the arcade and you got this game for the first time, you would look at these screenshots and you'd be like, what the heck am I looking at here? This isn't Dig Dug. All right, enough of that. Let's go on. Let's move on. The game format. In this episode, Dig Dug's job is to protect peaceful islands. But as in the original arcade classic, his arch rivals Pooka and Fygars come burrowing up to lay waste his tropical paradise. With his great intuition, Dig Dug has prepared for the impending onslaught by driving spikes into the ground and readying his trusty drill and inflator. Team up with Dig Dug through 72 rounds of challenging play to defeat his enemies and bring peace back to his tropical paradise. Only with careful strategic use of the spikes can you and Dig Dug win. Please read this instruction book carefully and save it for future reference. All right, so I guess that's the premise, right? Precautions are the same for most of these games. Take care of your games. Don't clean them with toxic chemicals. Don't put them in the freezer or the oven. And don't put your fingers all over the connectors because they'll get dirty and corrode. And then Master G won't be able to play them 35 years later when he tries to do a live show for all his loyal fans out there in the world. I love these games. I love that these games held up so well. I have 400 games in my collection at this moment in time, and you know, with the exception of a handful of them, they all work pretty much as well as they did the day they were purchased. Now, let's forget about Tecmo Bowl for a second, because my copy of Tecmo Bowl was vastly disappointing last week. There's your control pad for Dig Dug 2, your A button, your B button, your start, left, right, whatever. How to operate it. A button uses your inflator and starts the round. B button uses your drill and starts the round. Start button is to pause. Select button just chooses 1 or 2 player mode at the title screen. And then your control pad moves you around. Left, right, up or down on the island. Push up or down to select round number. Not really sure what that's about. This game has a continue mode. Push the start button to get to the round select screen. Push up or down on the control pad. Oh, to select the round number you want. So I guess after you beat levels, you can choose to continue from the last level you were on. Interesting. That's handy. I like that. I appreciate that because I can't just pump quarters in if I want to continue. You have to give me a new way to continue if you're going to port these arcade games to the console. A lesson some games haven't learned. I'm looking at you, Akari Warriors, from Season 1 of the NES Happy Hour. Utter nonsense. You got to let people continue. We can't just put quarters into our Nintendo, you know? All right. How to play the game is on the next page. Let's take a look at that. There's 2 basic techniques, probably using your inflator and your drill. Okay, so push your shooting B button to activate the drill inflator. 4 shots from the pipe will cause your enemy to explode. If you accidentally touch an enlarged monster, it's okay. He can't cause damage while he is enlarged. Also, when you inflate them, they cannot move. So I guess you can, like, push the B button 4 times and pump up an enemy, and then they just blow up like a balloon and pop. Presumably that's one technique to defeating the enemies. Ooh, Tiff asks in the chat, how many games do you have start of season 1 of the NES Happy Hour? Well, we do 20 games in every season. So it's been 20 since season 1. Season 1 was a learning experience. We were just starting out. It was a pilot season. We were just figuring out how to do all these fun things on stream. Remember, it meant a lot to me to keep this a live show. Even though we have all these other segments, it's not just gameplay. So it took me a while to figure it out. So you'll have to forgive me if some of the episodes from season 1 aren't as awesome as these episodes from season 4. We were still learning back then. We were still learning. Drilling the island is your other technique to defeat Dig Dug's enemies. When you push the drill button to connect the stakes, cracks appear in the ground in the direction that you're facing. When all the cracks are connected, the smaller portion of the island will fall off into the sea. All of the monsters on that portion will be destroyed. Use this weapon to wipe out all the monsters is the ultimate tactic. Presumably, I could fall into the ocean as well, and that would be undesirable. I mean, these are good instructions, but I'm probably just going to need to see it to understand how this works. So A button, you probably have to go to those points like the dots and stand there and face a direction. Pressing the A button probably makes a line appear or something like that. And then you connect dots to make chunks of the island fall. That's what it looks like, right? In the screenshot there, that's kind of what it looks like. But how could you know? Because, I mean, these are so grainy, terrible screenshots. I don't think you could ever tell from that. But we'll warm up. We'll do a little warm-up round, see if we can't figure it out when we get to the gameplay segment. Oh, here we go. I told you, the only point of these games is score. Get as many points as you can. That's the point. The amount of points for defeating monsters is shown below. But the best way to score is to crack off a large portion of the island with lots of monsters on it. Bonus points. There's only 2 monster types, the Pooka and the Fygar. I guess there's multiple of each, but that's all there is. There's only 2 bad guys in this whole game. 200 points for a vertical shot, 200 points for a horizontal. What is a horizontal or a vertical shot? I'm not shooting anything. I'm pumping them up, or I'm drilling into the ground to sink them into the ocean. I don't know. I don't understand any of that. But next, we have drilling the island. So if you're able to make 10 monsters fall into the sea at once, you get 80,000 points. So it's like multiplied, right? If you drill off little sections one at a time, make the monsters fall, you don't get as many points than if you can drill off a big chunk that makes all of them fall all at once. It makes sense. Ah, the characters. If Dig Dug is on the edge of the island... This is not... Okay, so whatever. If Dig Dug is on the edge of the island when he cuts off a portion, he might fall off himself. He has to be facing land and moving in that direction, or he will slip into the sea. Life lost. If Dig Dug falls into the ocean, gets hit by Fygars' fire breath, or bumps into an enemy, he is history. One-hit deaths. These games were ruthless. They were unforgiving. They were very hard back in the day. They did not make it easy for children of the 80s and 90s. Okay, so there are your characters. Pooka is this little round gar. Fygar is the dinosaur that breathes fire. And that's you, Dig Dug, with your trusty drill. You just want to dig. Veggies. When you drill 3 pieces off an island, vegetables will appear. Dig Dug must catch them to get their points. Ah, vegetables. Vegetable bonuses. You got your radishes, which I assume we'll see a lot of. Those are in round 1, 400 points. You got your mushrooms. I don't think that's a vegetable, but it's okay. I think it's a fungus. 600 points. You get the idea. The eggplant is 800. The tomato is 1,000. The watermelon is 2,000, and the bunch of grapes is 3,000. You know, fruit. Like in all those arcade games, you pick up fruit for extra points for some reason. Who knows? I don't know. But one thing I do know is we will be collecting a great many radishes on today's episode. I have a feeling I will be collecting so many radishes. Fish. Find the fish while you're playing and shoot them with your drill inflator to get 500 points. So there will be random fish, apparently. Interesting. Your winning strategies, monsters who do not change their shape and cannot cross over cracks. Well, that's not a full sentence. When they approach Dig Dug, use the drill to make cracks to get away. Drilling cracks is very important. When a monster crosses over a crack, he will change his shape, which causes his speed to decrease inexplicably. Dig Dug should use this situation to his advantage by crossing back and forth over the cracks to get away. Drilling long horizontal lines is the most effective technique. That's a puzzler. I'm going to have to think about what that means. So, like, presumably, I just drill a long line, but I don't chunk it off into the ocean, and then I get them to chase me back and forth over that line a bunch of times, and they just get slower and slower every time? Is that... I don't understand this game at all. I think will suffice it to say. And that's all you're going to get from this manual. You got your compliance with FCC regulations, your 90-day limited warranty, and looks like a blank page. Looks like nothing on the back there. And that is the Dig Dug manual. I mean, it's kind of a neat little manual. It's not color, but the cover art's pretty sweet. I mean, the box is pretty spot on to the game. It's just, it's an arcade game, right? So we'll see if it's some fun. But before we do, we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break so you can grab a snack, get yourself a drink, use the restroom if you have to. It's just going to be 3 minutes. I'm just going to put the ad roll up. I'm going to get settled in, make sure the game works. Meet me back here in 3 minutes, because when we do meet again, I'm going to push that power button on the machine behind me. We'll say a prayer to the NES gods, and we will fire up Dig Dug 2 on the NES, and we'll have some fun today playing this game together live on the show. We'll see you then. Don't miss it. Alright guys, welcome back to the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. I'm here, Master G, your main host. Little Fitz abandoned me. He didn't want to sit on my lap and sleep while we play Nintendo games. My little Boston Terrier co-host, that is. Well, I think, I think today's episode is going to be kind of a learning experience. I don't think too many people know there was a Dig Dug 2 sequel on the NES. I don't think too many people know what it's about. I certainly don't. So, cheers, folks. I got my Pooka Punch here. I'm going to push that power button and we'll see what this game is. See if it's any good. Well, that was a short musical intro. I feel like they could have probably put some... Okay, so it's basic. It's it's your classic Atari age. I'm going to let it play while I have a drink. Let's see if we can figure out what he's doing. So Dig Dug's the white guy at the top with the white suit and the drill. Okay, so it's, yeah, he's like drilling off sections of the island. He's getting them to chase him over the... Oh, they can't cross the lines. Oh, he's dead. It's very confusing. Also, I guess this one's not going to have any music. Oh, that's a treat. Master G's going to have to carry this show alone. I'll have to sing to you guys. I'll have to sing to you guys or something while we play. All right, I'll put the drink down. Let's fire this up. Let's see. Let's get into it. Really? No music? Oh, thank God. Here we go. Some music. Oh, good. Okay. Okay, so Fygars spitting fire at me. Can I hit you? Wow. I got trapped almost immediately. Okay, I want to see if I can just pop everything. This is just our warm-up round. We're just trying to figure it out. So I'm gonna like pop this guy. Yeah, so you just inflate him. Can I inflate everything? You're kidding, right? Do I even need... So I don't even need to make anything fall into the ocean. I can just hit B 4 times and they inflate. Zip. What's happening? What's this guy doing? Alright. Let's try to... Whoa, he tried to burn me. Alright, here. Ha! Wait! Oh, I fell! Okay, so I... Oh, but I still won. Even though I fell into the ocean because he was the last guy. Oh, that was stupid. Alright. Okay, game over. I beat a level, though, in the warm-up round. I beat a level. What do you guys think of this game? Oh, you really... Hold on. I don't want 2-player. I want 1-player. Okay, I think we'll do better this time. You know how? Because I think I'm going to do that. Oh, no, it only does 1. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I can't connect anything. The fault lines only go like 1 tick. If I hit it twice, will it go 2 ticks? No, it only goes 1. So I can't even connect these dots. It's not even possible. It's not even possible. This is stupid. Alright, hold on. Stand still! Will you stand still? I'm just gonna inflate all these guys. And then I'm gonna do this. There. Oh, the one got away. Victory. I'm overthinking it. It's level 1. Just inflate them all and pop them, right? Alright, guys. Alright, guys. What do we got here? Let's do one of these. Let's do one of these. Let's do one of these. Oh, I got a mushroom. Do one of these. Oh, wait! How is that possible? That's not right. Alright, so I can sync them all except the last one. Ugh. Why am I on this tiny island with him? I can't turn. He's too small. The island's too small. Oh my god, this game is dumb. I think this is a dumb one. No, I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to give it a chance, guys. We're going to see how many points I can get. My high score is 5,900. I think it's what you see on the 1-up. And, like, I don't see any continues. Where are those continues? I thought the manual said there was going to be continues. I'm not seeing any continues here. Question that. I might have to dig that up and see, what am I missing? Still figuring this one out. Alright, give me a break. Give me a break. I'm still figuring this one out. What the heck? Dude, he just starts like right next to me. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. What was my high score? 5,600? Since we're just gonna be playing for points. I don't know why you would ever drill off pieces of the island. Just inflate them all and pop them all, right? I mean, I'm gonna do it here, because... Got my mushroom. 5,600. Boom. You ready for 72 levels, guys? You ready? I'm just not sure I understand the need to break off pieces of the island. I mean, I guess you get more points for... Really? That's the only reason you would do that, is just to get a few extra points. 7,300. Who's keeping score? Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. There, I got 3 of them. That's got to be worth a lot of points, right? 7 grand, baby! Count it. Round 5, ready? Oh, this is crazy. What's this? What are these shenanigans? just gonna... Oh, come on! That was my last life, too. Is it over? How do I continue? I want to continue. I want to continue. You said there was continues. Oh, was I misled? This game has a continue mode. Push the start button to get to the round select screen. I'm pushing it. That's not push up or down on the control. Oh, I see. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. That's weird. That's a weird mechanic, but we can continue. So we'll see how many levels we can get through at least. I mean, it's... I guess I understand the appeal of like going for points, but like I don't know. Nobody cared about playing games just for points. I'm gonna lure them all over here and then I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna do this. Points. Maximum points. God, I'm good. That's how you do that. Alright, level 6. Are you ready? Level 6? Who's ready? Oh, okay, okay. Getting tricky now. But there's only 3 enemies, so that's dumb. Let me get that guy first. And I'm just gonna inflate these guys, because why would I do anything different? Why would I not inflate them? I really do not understand why I'm just gonna inflate them. There's no point. There's no point in dropping them into the ocean. Unless the point of this game is to see if you can engineer every level. Like, maximum points. You'd have to figure out how to make all enemies fall on one break. And maybe there's like speedrunners or some, not speedrunners, but you get what I mean, like competitive Dig Dug 2 players. Cheers. Give me a pause. I'm thirsty. Master G is thirsty. Alright, what are we doing here? Oh, I got hit by an invisible guy there. Did you see me get hit by that invisible guy? Well, I did. He was invisible. How many pumps does it take to pop these guys? Alright. Let's try it. Go next. Round 7. I mean, you only get 200 points for doing that, but it's like completely safe. And therefore, it's probably what you should be doing. Am I getting faster? Come over here, guys. Come on, guys, come down here. Come chase me. I got outsmarted. I got outsmarted by the Fygars. I definitely got outsmarted there. Oh, you pick up where you left off, eh? Alright, guys. Follow me. Let's follow the leader. Let's go all the way. I'm up here, guys. No, I'm over here. Let's go over here, guys. Up here. Whoa. 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 Look at them, they got stuck. Alright, I outsmarted them. I did. Okay, okay. 2 Fygars, 4 Pookas. Ready? Oh, this is silly. getting intense. I need to lead them back over there. They're fast. They're fast and they're unpredictable. I want to try to capture all 6 of them on this island piece. That's my goal. I need to like lead them. I need to lead them in there, and then I need to get out. That's the problem. I can't get out. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just trying to make this game interesting because it is one of the most simple games we've ever played on the show. I mean, I could just go around and just inflate everyone and pop all the people, but I guess that's not fun. Even though I could probably beat the whole game just by inflating everyone. I mean, not if I do that, but... So I guess it's like, try to make sections collapse into the ocean, but if you get irritated, just inflate everyone. He like walks out of the way for my attack. Did you see that? He stays dead. Mitch! How's it going, Mitch? We're playing Dig Dug 2. We're trying to figure out what this game is really all about. And the bottom line is, this game is really easy to beat if you just inflate all the characters and pop them, which you can do. However, the point of this game is just to get points. This is an arcade era, sequel to Dig Dug, so this is not a desirable way, because if you can corral them, you can corral them into sections of the island and then drill along the fault lines and make them fall into ocean. You get tons and tons of bonus points. Tons of bonus points. Also, you can continue from any level you've previously reached. So, there are 72 of them. I'm not sure how far we'll go. But I mean, obviously the premise for this one is you get mega bonus points if you can corral all 6 of the enemies into like one section. So like I want them all to like follow me down here, right? And then like I can do this. And I got a bunch of them. That's pretty good, right? I got 7,000 points for that versus the 200 points you get for just inflating them. Which you can also do to beat every level, you just don't get as many points. So this game is solely about the points. You kidding me? I can get them all. I can just go 2. Okay, because like it would be easy to just chunk off the 2 sections and then you would get a 4-banger and a 4-banger. But if you could somehow corral all 8 into one section, you would get mega bonus points for that. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Oh god. Guys, come over here. Come into this section. Everybody follow me. Everybody follow me. No. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to get them all. Oh god. Are they getting faster? Do they get faster when that timer sounds? Oh man. I feel like I can't. Like, unless I... Maybe if I set up one section immediately. Jeez. I don't know if it's possible. I mean, obviously it's possible, right? Obviously it's possible. But you could just do this. Oh, I guess I died. Whatever. Go next. I mean, I can definitely do it one at a time, I think. It's just, you know, that's not... Because, like, each level has a maximum amount of points that you could get, right? So that's the fun of this game. If you had to put something to this game, like, why should I have this in my collection? The fun of it is figuring out what is the maximum amount of points you could get for a single level, and then figuring out how to engineer that. Because I could do the... Here, let's do it real quick. Wait, were we on level 9? Oh, dang it. I thought I... Alright, whatever. Whatever, I'm just gonna inflate all these guys. Dude, they're aggressive. Brutal. Remember, we're on round 9, not round 8. This is a waste. Make that guy fall. Okay, this game's a little aggravating. I could understand why you could just sit down and play this game like endlessly. I think probably people preferred the original Dig Dug. That's why this one was not well received. Because it's not the original, like they changed all the mechanics to this new island bashing thing. But it's not to say it's like a bad mechanic, it just... Oh, I accidentally fell into the ocean myself. Don't do that. You can also accidentally fall in yourself. Okay, ready? We're going to start it up. We're just going to go blow up the left side and then run. Whoops! Dude, you have to be fast and you have to be on point with your, like, motions. Alright, here we go. Screwed it up. Hold on a sec. What if I just do that? Oh man. There's no way. There's too many of them. There's no way. Alright, alright. Alright, let's think about this. There's got to be a way to get them all off. Level 9, let's do it. Alright. What happens if I do... Okay, that makes things easier. I'm just gonna pop this guy. There you go. Done. It's just execution, guys. It's just execution. The game mechanics are so complex. Only a true master can beat it. Oh, what is this? They're too fast. That's all right though, cause this is done. This is done. We're gonna have it. It's gonna blow off the big section though, right? If I do this. Oh no. I got them all. That's all. 50 grand! I got 50,000 points for that. Jackpot! Wonder what all that other nonsense on the left was for. Oh, you're gonna make things hard, are you? got a few of them. How can I break this off? Okay. I need to go up on that middle one. Oh! I wasn't looking there. Alright, alright. Level 11. Let's do this. We got this. We got level 11. Right? No? Well, that didn't actually help me at all, did it? I'm just making this worse for me. Oh, bananas! You know how bananas are good. Get bananas. Ugh, they're blocking me from the bananas. So, like, there are ways to beat every level, but there are optimal ways to beat every level. That's what this game is, figuring out the optimal way, which was not what I just did. Pause. Alright, let's think about this. So you can break off the two guys at the bottom very quickly and easily. Well, that's essentially all I have. I mean, there's no other dots I could connect other than trying to lure some of them all the way down there. This is dumb. This is dumb. 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 It's dumb. I'm just saying it's dumb. There it is. Let's do this. If you're not like exactly on the fault line, he doesn't drill, so you gotta be like precise. I don't know how I get around them. Like, they're gonna come after me though. That's the problem. That's the problem with level 12. They are going to chase me. So like, how do I get away from them? You know, if I'm stuck down here. Any ideas? What do you got? What do you got, contestants at home? What do we think about this game? We haven't done like a classic Atari era arcade game since we did Elevator Action, and that game was a mess. I guess I could just try to inflate you all. But I can't inflate you in time. One. Two. 3, 4. Oh, why overthink it, right? Just go to the next level. Let's see how many we can beat on the show today. We'll worry about perfecting each level later. I'll let you, the audience, you guys worry about it when you buy yourself a copy of this game. Worry about getting the perfect score. I'm just trying to see as many levels as possible. Goodness gracious. What is this nonsense? I mean, I got them all chasing me. But I mean, like, there's no way to sever it. Hold on a second. Maybe there is. Maybe I have to chop it from the bottom. So I need to get them all. I need to get them all up there. Good lord, there's a lot of these. They're everywhere, man. Ah! Both went the same way. I need to hit that bottom one up, and then that whole section will drop. This is annoying. This is annoying. It really is. 13. Lucky number 13. Cheers. Yeah, I mean, I kind of want them to all just chase me, but like, I can't break anything off in the middle here. I can break off a left section or a right section. Ain't No Game says Dig Dug for the win. Dig Dug 2, not as good as the original Dig Dug. Different, unique, but I don't know. I don't think it's as good as the original. That's the wrong button. He juked me. I'm gonna have to figure out level 13. This one's brutal. Oh, we got a sub! Huntaphobe! What is that? Huntophobia. Love it. Love it. Welcome to the show. I hope you're live. Say hey if you're live. Yeah, see? Well, I got one of them. That's what I was trying to do the whole time. Now there's only 2 of these guys left. I'm pumping them up. The difficult second album, yeah. It's just different. Like, it's nothing like the mechanics of the original Dig Dug. You know, in the original Dig Dug, you were digging. You were digging a lot more. You're not digging in this game. You're trying to make fault lines to collapse sections of the island. Oh, 9 of them? Whew! At least you have unlimited continues, so you could beat the game. But did you beat it the best way? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I don't think I can connect any of these fault lines. Am I supposed to collapse them into the middle? Oh, come on. Die. Oh, a fish. See what this does. Oh, so none of them. So none of them. So I made all these islands fall. I didn't kill a single enemy. Lord. Alright. Alright. Let's start over. Start over at 14. Let's go. Come on. Let's go next. 9 of them. Any chance we get all 9 in one chunk? That's what I want. I want all 9 in one chunk. Chase me, guys. I can't connect those 2. I'm just running around like a goof because I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm even trying to do. I'm just running around, punching holes in the ground wherever I can get to them because I don't have the slightest idea. Oh, nope. That was me. That was my section that I was standing on. Why couldn't it just sink the whole other rest of it? I got one guy. I got one guy with that. Yeah, okay. Alright, so you just start me off dead. That's fine. Cool. Cool. Thanks, Bandai. It has a charm to it. It does. It has an appeal. I'll give it that. I just don't know. I mean, like it's too hard for me to resist the urge to just pump them all up and pop them. I know you only get 200 points for that, but like some of these levels, it's gonna take me a while to figure out how to connect things. I want to just like go around the edge. this guy up here. He just got stuck. Come on, buddy. We're doing it. We're doing what is it? What's the chain where everybody like dances in a line? We're doing a conga line here. This game is just one big conga line. Well, that didn't kill anyone. No one was down there. No one was ever gonna be down there. That was stupid. Now I have no territory to stand on. Oh, screw it. You're all... This level. This level is aggravating. This level. I've only figured out how to make the bottom section fall. And that's not good, because then I don't have any place to stand. He just walks around behind me and kills me while I'm pumping up the other guy. Is anybody seeing anything I'm not seeing? Are you seeing something at home? Like what's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on here? Some weird fish just jumped out for some reason. Don't know why. Come on! Just trying to get one. I'm just trying to kill one thing. Can't even just kill one thing. There's obviously something I'm missing here. There's obviously something I'm missing with this level. Oh, why are you starting me all the way down here? It's pretty brutal. Dig Dug 2, ladies and gentlemen. This is like, I'll tell you what this is. This is like one of those phone games you download because it looks like interesting, and you play for like 20 minutes and then delete off your phone because you're like, nope, I'm not going to be able to play this one without chucking my cell phone across the room. And, you know, I don't want to break it, so I'll just take the game off. I can only drill the lines one cubit, we'll call it. I can get them all to be on this bottom section, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I need. I need them all to, like, be in the bottom section. Did I get any of them? Like one. I can't make any other sections fall. Like, it's just not possible. Holy cow. I mean, like, the only thing left that I can chunk off are those little in the middle sections. Like, I'm never going to be able to catch one of the enemies in there. So it's pointless. It's pointless. It's impossible for me to connect enough dots to make any more than the bottom section fall into the ocean. That's it. I mean, I can make these little, you know, these things, but I have to, like, get people to walk into it, you know? I'm just gonna try to pump everyone up. Really, like, I don't think there's any way to make any of the top half of the map fall into the ocean. You know, like, I could have done that, but, like, the chances of me getting anyone stuck in there while not dying myself, just pump everyone up. I'm over it. Go next. Go next. That's obviously not the right way to beat that level. Oh, 10 enemies. Great. Awesome. Excellent. Well, this one actually looks like it's... Wait. Can I drill a fault line that long? If I do that? No. Oh, I have to connect them from both sides. Damn. This one might be doable. I might be able to get all 10 in one chunk. I mean, I'm going to try, because what else is the point of this game? Other than figuring out how to get all of them to fall at once. I could go around and just try to inflate everyone. I could do that, but I'm not going to, because that's boring. Jeez. Okay. They go faster after like 10 seconds. I mean, give me a break. I couldn't even drill like one crack before everything speeds up. There, now I just get them all over here. Easier said than done, Master G. There you go. You just got to get them all into this section. Get them all into this section, right? Jeez, they follow my every movement. There's no way I can avoid them. But if I could get them over there, I could get them all. Screw it. Yeah, I wasn't standing exactly on the dot, so it just goes and nothing happens. Are you going to complete the whole game? It looks like you have the ability to select each level, right? You have the ability to select each level you've gotten to on that run of the game. So once I hit the power off, I'll have to play through from the beginning. I can only go to 15 though, because that's all the further I've gotten. There's 72 levels in the game, so you know, you could probably sit down in the space of an hour or two and get through all 72 levels. But like I said, I think like the value in this game, if you're considering buying it, it's not beating all 72 levels. Like I said, it's figuring out the optimal way to beat all 72 levels, because there is like there's probably a maximum high score for this game. Like you would have to figure out on each level how to make all of the enemies fall into the ocean on one chunk. That gets you tons of bonus points. Like if I pump up 10 enemies, I'll get 200 points for each, for a total of 2,000. If I can somehow make all 10 enemies fall into the ocean at once, instead of 2,000 points, I get 80,000 points. So that's the key to this game, is figuring out how to do that on all 72 levels, and then spending the rest of your life mastering it so you can have the world record for max score on Dig Dug 2. But it probably just repeats itself, because that's how all these silly games are. Like, oh, we're done? Oh, now let's just reset. They're way too fast. Look at them chasing me. There's no way I can get out of that. There's no way. There's no way. You get 10 seconds and then it's over. That's how much time you get. I need to drill this section. I wasn't standing exactly on it. If you are not exactly on the dot, he does nothing when you push the drill button. Like a goof, he does nothing. This is a joke. This is a joke, my friends. This is a joke. I keep coming back to it though. We got at least five or 10 minutes left in us. I just like how, like, it's so annoying. Like, why wouldn't you just start inflating everyone? You know? Yeah, or I'll just do that. I'm just gonna inflate all of you. You're inflated. Done. Oh no, I didn't get the last one in. Oh good, now they're speeding up. Great, great. Now it'll be impossible for me to escape. Oh, here we go. How fast they are! I can't, there's no way you could possibly escape from that. Bullshit. I'm calling it. There. I have it set. I just need to get as many of them over here as I can. Oh, after 10 seconds, everybody goes 10 times as fast. I know, I'm so close, but I can't get them to fall over here. Fine. I'm just gonna dump 2. I'm just gonna dump 2 and see if we can repeat it over here. They're so fast. There's no, it already sped up. It was 10 seconds in, it already sped up. This is aggravating. But you can see how close I could get. I just have to make like a mad dash to the dots. Bang them out in both directions as fast as humanly possible. Up, down, over, maybe. And they're so unpredictable too. Like, you have no idea which way they're gonna turn. I don't know why I did that. I'm just trying to drill things because, like, in about 2 more seconds, they're all gonna be hyperspeed. Pointless. Just die. Maybe I can run to one side, make a bunch of nonsense, and then get them like stuck and distracted over there, and then go set it up the way I want to set it up on the other side. And, you know, maybe I just have to do all that in the space of like exactly 10 seconds before they all get really fast and it's impossible. I mean, there are a lot more people on the left side, so I feel like I do need to start over here. It's set up, though. It's set up. I only need 1 drill. I set it all up on my first life. Damn it. Damn it. I don't want to lure them again. I just want to race over there and hit it and get at least something. You know, for my trouble. Just get something for my trouble. Boom! That's got to be worth something, right? Now there's only 4 of them. But they're still too fast, so I can't run away. Nonsense. But at least it's unlimited continues. So you can sit here screwing around as long as you want. You don't have to keep going back to level 1 every single time. 'Cause most of the earlier levels are pretty easy. It'd be aggravating if you had to keep doing them over and over again. Screw it. I'm just going to try to pump them all. Pumping them all. Pumping them all, guys. You're pumped. You're pumped. You're pumped. Everybody's pumped. I'm not trying to beat this level the smart way. I'm trying to beat it the easy way. Dude, what? They're like tracking me. They don't leave, so it's like impossible. I'm just gonna pump them all. Screw it. Why are they so fast? Why are there 8 of them on top of another? I can't even pump them all because they're so dang fast. It's impossible. It's utterly impossible. Dude, how many times do I have to pump you? Oh my god, it's over. Here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, mercy. I'm calling mercy. My son's my life. Good to see you in the chat. I saw you joined. I was getting into the groove of that level. Yeah, I was. This is definitely a different game than the original, and that is why it's been widely criticized. You know, they just changed the whole mechanics. Doesn't mean it's necessarily better or worse. It's just completely different. It's not Dig Dug. It's definitely not Dig Dug. It's a completely different game. I am so slow. Why am I so much slower than all the enemies? Oh, you just they both just freaking dodged the inflator. They just dodged it. Okay, so that's what we're doing now. We're just dodging the inflator. Yeah, I don't even care. I don't even care. So over this level. You can't inflate them, you can't sink them. How do they determine when they're just gonna cross the lines? Like, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they respect the lines. But other times they're just like, I'm crossing today. How do you know? How do you know what they're gonna do next? Like, it seems completely unpredictable, does it not? Am I missing something? I might have like 1 or 2 more tries in me, and then I'm just over this game. Yep, that's it. That's it for this one. I don't even have time to finish inflating them. I'm just trying to put lines there in the hopes that it'll slow them down, even though half the time it doesn't. I mean, it's anybody's guess how they react to the lines. Sometimes they'll be like, oh, I can't go near those. Let me hide. And they're like getting smarter too. Like, they're not lining up with my inflator. They're too fast. Like, once they start speeding up, you're just done. It's over. See? Pointless. Saying, how are you going to pump all of them up if you can't trap them? If they don't respect the fault lines and they just walk over them? Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, I have to hit the B button at least 4 times to pump each one up. And while I'm doing that, another one walks right through him and gets me. So, like, I can't... There's not enough time unless you can corral them into certain areas. Yeah, I don't think you can inflate these. I think you've got to... gotta try to just break it. Gotta just break it, I guess. Like, why did when I went near the one guy, he went underground, and then I went near that guy, he didn't go underground? Like, I'm trying to get him to go underground, I guess, to slow him down. I could, like, tag him. I could try to, like, tag... Doesn't matter, that's my last life. Bananas, right? Am I right? You guys are feeling it. There's a reason why nobody liked this game. There's a reason why nobody liked this one. Yeah, right. Good one. Good one. That's never gonna work. Oh, this is terrible. Why do they start off fast? Why? Why would they start off fast? They didn't even give me time. They're already moving too fast for me to corral. This is it. I'm done. This is the last one. This is the last one for this game. Oh, you're just gonna dodge my things? Excellent. Good. We're into the ocean. That's it, folks. That's Dig Dug 2. I think you've seen enough. I think we've seen enough. Unfortunate, it's not a sequel, a true sequel to the original. It's a completely different game. They tried to do some interesting things. I mean, I guess you could appreciate it, but like a level like that, I mean, I could be playing that level for like 3 hours and like, I don't even know with perfect execution if you could pull it off. I don't even know. Like, they speed up too fast. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch a YouTube video of some sick, sadistic gamer who sat down and figured out how to perfect each of these levels. I can't even imagine it. All right, but we're done. We're done with the Dig Dug 2 feature of the show. I hope you enjoyed it. Parts of it were fun to play. Oh, that's of material. So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a short 3-minute break. We will be back after this with the Bar Trivia Challenge, Dig Dug 2 edition on the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. We will see you all then. All right, folks, we're back on the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G live. Well, that was Dig Dug 2. You watched me play it. You know it was hard. I hope you feel for me. I hope you feel my pain. I was chatting with Mitch, you know, in the chat there. I think, you know, what it amounts to is that difficulty level ramps up to the point where there is only one possible way to solve the level. And I think we hit that ramp up at right around level 15. I bet from that point forward, there's only one solution. You can try a bunch of things that'll never work, never in a million years. But you need to figure out the one possible solution and then try to master its execution. I don't even think we figured out the solution. I'm not even convinced that trying to get them to chase you from left and right was the right idea. But, I mean, I didn't see any other way. And unfortunately, we ran out of time before we could explore more. So if you like what you saw, if you're the kind of person who gets addicted to these types of puzzle games, then pick yourself up a copy of Dig Dug 2. Mine was in mint condition, probably because it didn't get played much. I would wager you can find a pretty clean copy for pretty cheap if you are interested in this game. But that is another story, because now we begin the Bar Trivia Challenge Dig Dug 2 edition on the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. Above me, you will see the chat has appeared. This is where you, our live audience, our live real audience, watching the show as we broadcast from Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G on YouTube. This is where you get to play at home. So I have scoured the internet to come up with 5 multiple choice questions, somehow connected to the game or aspects of the game. You know, as you can well imagine, this might not be what you would consider one of our strongest trivia challenges. This game doesn't give you a lot of material for bar trivia. So I did my best. I think I have 5 respectable questions. I put them in order, starting with the one I think's the easiest, ending with my favorite for last. Question 4 is usually the hardest because I saved my favorite one for last, and it's usually a fun one. If you guys would like to play at home, go ahead, our live viewers, say hello in the chat, make yourself known, and I will make sure we give you enough time to answer. If you need more than 10 seconds because of the chat lag, I give you a 10-second clock, but you might need more than 10 seconds. So if I know you're playing, I will give you a chance to answer if I can. So I think we have 2 contestants at least. Mitch and Son is My Life, definitely playing. Anybody else out there? Anybody else playing? All right, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it with question number 1 of the Dig Dug 2 Bar Trivia Challenge. It is a question about the game itself. A question now that I've played this game for 15 levels, you will probably not know unless you saw the manual. I had a feeling we would be collecting many of these vegetables, but we did not because we got stuck on level 15 forever. But the question is this: which of the following vegetables appears in today's game, Dig Dug 2, to be collected for bonus points? I'm going to give you 4 vegetables. Only one of them appears in today's game. It is the lowest level, most common vegetable. That's the hint I'll give you. Is it A, the onion, B, the potato, C, the turnip, or D, the radish? Those are your choices. Only one vegetable featured in today's game. It is the lowest level vegetable for the least amount of points. A, onions, B, potatoes, C, turnips, or D, radishes. I will start the clock now. You can go back. You could race back in the episode to the manual and see what the answer was if you joined late. Going with B, potatoes. Gonna guess C. Ooh, bad delays. You're gonna guess C. Son as My Life is guessing B. We have potatoes, we have turnips. Nobody wants to go with radishes? Nobody wants to switch their answer to radishes? Radishes was the answer. You would have to see the manual. I had hoped, based on the manual, that there would be a lot more vegetables to pick up throughout the course of this game, but I think we saw like bananas once and like a mushroom once, and that was it. And it made no sense like how they appear. But yeah, those are the vegetables. The radish is the level 1, the mushroom is the level 2, the eggplant is level 3, tomatoes is the 4th vegetable, watermelon, and then grapes. I swear to God, something looked like a bunch of bananas. I remember picking up the mushroom. I definitely remember picking up bananas. But apparently radishes get you the least amount of points, as they are the most common, aka never seen in an hour of gameplay. All right, question number 2. Let's forget about that one. This whole game has put me in a bad state of mind because I'm angry that I couldn't figure it out. All right, well, I know you guys joined late. You missed the manual section. I think that's the only one that actually has to do with the game itself. The other questions have nothing at all to do with the game itself, so you will have a chance. Question number 2 is up on the screen. The largest fault line in the world stretches from New Zealand to Asia, over to Canada, and all the way down to the southern tip of South America. This fault line is referred to as which of the following? This, of course, a question about fault lines because we're drilling, causing earthquakes, making things fall into the ocean. I am going to give you four names. Only one is the name of that largest fault line in the world. Is it A, the Ring of Fire? Is it B, the San Andreas Fault? Is it C, the Weber Deep? Or is it D, the Pacific Triangle? A very familiar and common nickname given to the largest fault line on planet Earth, stretching from New Zealand all the way up the coast of Asia, all the way over to Canada via Alaska, and all the way down the Americas to the southern tip of South America. What do we call that fault line? Those are your choices. You have 10 seconds. I will start the clock now. I'll give you some time, Mitch. Going with the Ring of Fire. One contestant buzzed in with an A. I will give you a time for the lag. Unfortunately, I have very little control over the chat lag, apparently. I thought I did, but I apparently don't. A and A. We have 2 guesses of A. Good. Because that is correct. The Ring of Fire. One of those tectonic plates, right? It stretches, like you said, from New Zealand to Asia to Canada and all the way down the Americas. It is an induction. Is it induction, I think? I don't know. The reason it's called the Ring of Fire is because, of course, it produces a ton of volcanoes all the way along its zone, right? And it's underwater volcanoes. It's above water volcanoes. It causes many of the crazy volcanoes, I believe, in like Indonesia and the Philippines, in that region there. But yeah, we call it the Ring of Fire. So congratulations. You both got that one correct. San Andreas Fault is a fault line we all know in the United States of America. It is the one that ravages Southern California constantly. The Weber Deep is actually an induction zone in the ocean where Earth's plate actually ducks under the plate below it so deep it creates this massive just crevice in the earth that's like ridiculously deep, almost the deepest point on Earth. And the Pacific Triangle is just a bunch of made up nonsense I came up with on my own. Subduction, that's right. It's a subduction zone. The Ring of Fire. I didn't write that in my notes, but I remember reading about it. I only have so much space on my note cards. Okay. I trust you, Mitch. The subduction causes the volcanoes. But you are both correct. That is called the Ring of Fire, that largest fault line in the world. All right. Question number 3. Are we ready? Are we ready? The Pooka. A question about Pookas. If you're curious to know, the Pooka is actually a mythological creature from folklore. It's not entirely made up for this game, although I don't know if the characters in today's game really match the description of the traditional Pooka. But you might be interested to know that the Pooka is a mythological shapeshifter. It often takes the shape of a horse or rabbit, and it comes from the folklore originally of which of the following cultures? So the Pooka was not invented by Dig Dug. It was a cultural mythological figure from one culture's folklore. Which culture was it? Was the Pooka part of Norse mythology and folklore? Was the Pooka an Aboriginal Australian cultural folklore? Was it C, Celtic, or was it D, Mayan? One of these cultures is responsible for the Pooka as we know it, the mythological shapeshifter, often taking the form of a horse or rabbit and appearing to either cause mischief or bring good fortune. It's a devious creature in this culture's folklore, but one of these cultures is responsible for the myth of the Pooka. Which one was it? Those are your choices: Norse, Aboriginal Australian, Celtic, or Mayan. You have 10 seconds. Get your guesses in the chat. Clock starts now. You are right, Mitch. A newer horror movie actually called Pooka. It does feature a massive rabbit, an anthropomorphic type rabbit with crazy demon eyes doing maniacal things I can only expect. Your guess is C, Celtic. What do you think? I'll give you some time, son of my life. Get your guess in the chat if you would like. You're going Celtic too. You are both correct. Celtic is the right answer. I don't know. All of those cultures have their own folklore and their own mythological creatures from folklore, but as far as I know, none of them have the Pooka. The Pooka is a staple of Celtic folklore, and it's not always a bad guy, although it is kind of a bizarre creature, right? It's a shapeshifter, but traditionally it takes the shape of different animals and appears, and like from what I read, sometimes they're sort of devious and cause misfortune to people, but other times it's a sign of like good fortune if the Pooka appears and gives you advice. I think they show up and give you weird advice. So all very strange, all very odd. But the Pooka, an actual cultural tradition in Celtic lore. All right. Question number 4. I made this one the hardest one. Wait, is this question number 4? I think this is question number 4. I made this the hardest one because I don't know how much of my audience knows their Shakespeare. But the question is this: which of the following characters from Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream is actually based on the mythological Pooka figure? Yes, it's true. Bill Shakespeare himself, he was up there in the UK. He was very familiar with Celtic traditions regionally. And he based one of the characters from A Midsummer Night's Dream on the mythological Pooka from Celtic tradition. Which character was that? Was it A, Oberon? Was it B, Puck? Was it C, Hippolyta, I think? Hippolyta? I never know if I'm pronouncing these right. Or was it D, Philostrate? Those are your choices. All 4 characters from A Midsummer Night's Dream. Some of them much more memorable than others, but you would have to know your Shakespeare to know the answer to this question. And if you have recently seen A Midsummer Night's Dream, you will surely know the answer. If you have to look it up and study up on your Shakespeare notes from high school, I'm sure you were introduced to these characters in this play. It was a very fun one, a lighthearted, fancy-free romance with a lot of mythological creatures in it. Those are your choices. I see some guesses. You might be interested to know that Master G was an English major in college at my university. I majored in English literature and writing. So I have read and studied all of the Shakespeare, which is why I try to resist the urge to put too many like lit questions in here, because I don't think the average person would know half of the lit questions I could use in bar trivia, but I didn't have any other material and the setup was too good, the Pookas. So you're guessing D. I see a guess of C. Interestingly enough, the answer is P, Puck. Puck is a mischievous fairy sprite-like figure that's sort of like a minion for one of the main characters. So when everybody shipwrecks on the island and everybody's falling in love and casting spells on other people, Puck keeps appearing in different shapes or forms as forest creatures or, forest fairies, and just tricks them, plays tricks on them, misleads them, tells funny stories. He's a very bizarre creature, but he's integral to the plot of Shakespeare's A Midsummer's Night's Dream. And Bill based him on the Pooka, this sort of weird, mythological, mysterious, enchanted, shape-shifting forest creature. And yeah, that was Puck. So I don't want to get into too much of the details about the other characters because nobody watching this show cares. But the correct answer is Puck. All right, let's move on. You've performed admirably, both of you. And if anybody is watching this live or watching the rerun, you should definitely participate in my bar trivia challenge. It's great fun. It's great fun to be had for all. All right, guys, here is the fifth and final question. I always save this one for last. I do think this is my favorite one. I was glad to be able to feature some other pop cultural references. But question number 5, the fifth and final question is this. The original Dig Dug, as we discussed, was released to arcades in 1982. It was a smash hit. People loved it, despite what you think. It wasn't Pac-Man, it wasn't Donkey Kong, but people loved Dig Dug. It was very popular. It featured prominently in the Season 2 premiere of which of the following Netflix shows, when Mad Max recorded a high score of 751,300 points on the arcade Dig Dug in the series? Featured very prominently in the premiere of one of these Netflix shows. Which one was it? Was it A, High Score? Was it B, Cobra Kai? Was it C, Stranger Things? Or was it D, BoJack Horseman? All hit shows on Netflix. If you have Netflix, I hope some of you do. At least I hope you've heard of some of these shows on Netflix. But yeah, Dig Dug featured prominently in the setup for an entire season of one of these shows when a mysterious person recorded a high score on an arcade Dig Dug machine and left the name Mad Max as the high score owner. Which show was it? We got a guess of A, High Score. Great show about the history of video games. Mitch, I will give you a chance. You could look up Mad Max Dig Dug. You could look up Netflix Arcade. You could look up a lot of things. I don't know if they would answer this question. I actually watched this show, and I knew exactly. I didn't even need the internet to come up with this question. Your guess is C, Stranger Things? I will reveal the answer now. The answer is C, Stranger Things. Yes. The setup for Season 2, right? There's an arcade, and Dustin, one of the characters in Season 2. Yep, exactly. Well, we didn't know about Max. We didn't know about Max yet when Season 2 started. But Dustin was very, very angry in the premiere of Stranger Things that some unknown kid that nobody knew who it was or ever saw them in the arcade before had beaten his long-standing high score on the Dig Dug machine. And the only name left behind was Mad Max. We later learned that was the name of Max, the girl in the show. The little redhead girl that teams up with the group in Stranger Things. And it sets up the whole season, to introduce that new character of Max. He was very aggravated that not only that someone beat the high score, but that he had no idea which kid it was. because he didn't know her at the time. She was like a transfer student or something. She was like a new kid at school. So congratulations, 3 out of 5. Stranger Things was the right guess. Cobra Kai might have been good. Cobra Kai's that's the Karate Kid sequel / spinoff. Karate Kid, another great movie. High Score was a great guess because that's a show or a mini series about retro video games. You should definitely check out all of these. BoJack Horseman is a cartoon, a very strange cartoon about a horse. It is critically acclaimed and well liked by all, but I haven't actually watched it yet, so I don't know anything about BoJack Horseman. I have watched Stranger Things, and I do know that is the answer to question number 5. Bum ba ba ba. All right, folks, that's it. 5 up, 5 down on the NES Happy Hour Bar Trivia Challenge, Dig Dug 2 edition. You both performed very well. I hope you come back to play again tomorrow. But as for today's episode, that is it. So give yourselves a round of applause. Thanks for playing. Thanks for sticking it out. Thanks for tuning in and watching the show live. I do very much appreciate our live views. I know you guys. Thank you. I'll let my virtual audience finish clapping and cheering first. What I was saying is I do appreciate that you guys take the time out of your day to tune in live. Having a live audience for these episodes is fantastic. It feeds my drive to continue doing these episodes. You know how it is, or maybe you don't, when you first start out as a small stream. You pretty much resign to the fact that you're going to be streaming live for no one for a very long time. And I only started doing this in April of this year. It's already October, and you guys already tune in almost religiously to support the show live. So I do appreciate that very much. I'm going to keep saying it. It's only the 71st game in the series, and I'm going to keep saying that all the way until number 800. So thank you again. Thank you for tuning in live. I appreciate it. If any of you are watching this episode as a rerun up on Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G at some point in the future, you really should make an effort to tune in live for at least one episode. Believe it or not, all the shows you might be watching on our YouTube channel, all of these NES Happy Hour shows, they are all actually live and completely unscripted. I set up all these scenes, I plan all these transitions and buttons to push and when to push them, but when I sit down and click that go live button, anything can happen. So it's part of the fun. I want to enjoy these games with you. I think I prefer the live format, even though it can be kind of chaotic and unpredictable at some times. It gives a fresh feel to the show. Like you're playing these games with me. I'm here in my entertainment room after a day at the office, just playing my Nintendo games along with you. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you come back for more. If you haven't done so already, click the subscribe button. It's totally free on YouTube. We are just beginning a marketing campaign for this channel. We're going to finish strong into this year and hopefully get ourselves to 1,000 subscribers. So if you like what you saw, click that subscribe button. It's totally free. While you're here on Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G, check out some of our other content. NES Happy Hour is our flagship programming, but we're going to start playing some old retro PC games in the PC Pandemonium segment. We're going to start doing mystery retro video game subscription service unboxings if you like unboxing videos. And I also hope to play those games. We'll do that in between the seasons of NES Happy Hour. So check it all out while you're there. Watch some videos. Click the subscribe button. Visit our website, www.fitsandmasterg.com. Tons of great stuff there. Follow us on social media. You can follow me on Twitter. Handle is HeyMasterG. You can also find the link on the website, www.fitsandmasterg.com. So if you really love the show and you want to be a diehard fan, you should follow us everywhere. You'll never miss out on anything. That's it for today, guys. We're going to be back. We're going to be back tomorrow, same time, same place, as we always are, live at 4 p.m. Eastern on the YouTube channel, Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G. The NES Happy Hour will present to you RoboCop tomorrow. The original RoboCop NES game, obviously based on a fantastic movie. And I think you're going to enjoy it. So I hope you can find time to tune in live tomorrow. And if you can't tune in live, you can watch the episode afterwards. It'll be up on the channel for you to watch. Mitch, before we go, says, think it would be cool if at the end of each season you rated each game. That would be cool. While we're on the subject, before we go, I would like to say I've been toying around with ideas like that. And I've been toying around with ideas along the lines of, let's say one day I do have one episode of the NES Happy Hour for every single game that was ever released. I wonder if there was a way I could do a rating based on the number of likes and dislikes the viewers gave that episode, and rate all the games by the number of thumbs up and thumbs down. But then I thought, that's probably not going to be accurate, because you always get those trolls that thumbs down you for no reason. Like, they don't even watch the video. They're just mad that YouTube suggested my video, and then they just thumbs down you. So it's not really accurate. So perhaps I will figure out a way to rate these games according to a certain set of criteria. It's tough to be objective, though. I have my own preferences, as do we all. If I can figure out what the rubric for rating these games should be, I might undertake that exercise one day. We have a few more years. It's going to take us a solid 5 or 6 years to get through every game. So I will think about it, and I'll come up with something. But I have thought about it already, and we do need to rate these games. So one day I might have a catalog that spans the entire library, and I will owe the world like a book or something. So we'll get there one day, I'm sure. But for now, let's just enjoy the ride. All right, guys. Have a good night. Take it easy. Stay safe. And tune in tomorrow if you can. Like I said, 4 p.m. Eastern, live on the channel. Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G. We'll see you then. Take care of yourselves.